Hello everyone. My third ever Tarmac works. I mean, technically this will be my fourth purchase, but the third one I never got because my girlfriend got me the Ken exec from their more quote unquote more basic range Global 64, which is still in pre-order mode, hasn't arrived yet, but technically she bought it, wow, way before I even got my first one. But this is a new one in my second Hobby 64, which is their more premium stuff. And man, I think I've said it on this channel before, my first experience with Tarmac Works was their Audi R8. Wasn't that, I mean, it was extremely detailed, really well made, but it had like a bit of a paint chip, which considering the price of these models, it was very disappointing. But my subsequent experiences, especially with the Hobby 64 range, has been incredible. Just like the insane amount of details they've been able to get on those. And this one, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, was like, what, $15 without considering shipping, which maybe because it's not a super popular casting, but I doubt it, right? Because in the United States, there's a lot of people that love JDMs and all that. So, and for that price, it's hard to say no. So specifically, this is the, I'm just going to take a really quick look at the acrylic case and everything first. Tarmac work in the Falken colors, kind of, well, not exactly, but it has like the green, everything sort of matches, right? Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X Nurburgring 24H 2010. You can see the U here, a bit of a shame, doesn't have the umlauts, the diacritics, the two dots above the U, which is how it's supposed to be because it's German. But the display base has some really nice textures. It's printed and you can also feel it as well. It's really nice. Great acrylic case. Again, you get the collected card, which again, revolution. You make great models. You're not, again, not Rosa Luxemburg. I actually took a look at a couple early, whatchamacallit, Auto World cars. They're licensed premium releases. They're like two of the earlier ones, and it also says Revolution on there. It's like, dude, like, just why? But mine is 1,844, which is pretty low, I would assume. Again, no idea how many are made, but still pretty cool to have. And it comes in this acrylic case. Obviously goes here. It's cardboard backing, which is really nice in the Falken colors. You can see a Nurburgring. You can see the ring, it's the track itself, as well as Nurburgring. And this is how it's supposed to be spelled, with the diacritics or the umlauts on top of the U. So, but that's obviously display, not what people are here for. If for the 2.5 people watching this currently. By the way, thank you if you're one of the 2.5. See, is there anything interesting in the back? No. And here's the model itself. I do love those Hot Wheels haulers. I like to get the one with the R34 Skyline GTR. That one is probably one of the more expensive ones. Still probably hasn't broken the $20 mark yet, but it's more expensive. And I mean, I like the Hot Wheels R34, but I already have a green light one that's true 164 and also in the Nismo colors. But I'm mostly interested in the hauler. It's the same one as here, the Aero Lift. But that one actually is all like gray / silver and has no livery whatsoever. Just a very generic one. It's always great to have like a generic hauler. But anyway, this is the model itself. Really, really cool. If you haven't seen my last video on Tarmac Works, their super premium stuff, the Hobby 64. The last one I looked at was a Porsche 911 GT3R. And that one was just amazing, but that one's like all chrome silver and had a lot of tiny pieces, like a thin, super thin antenna and like hooks on the front and the back. That one pretty much stays locked away in the acrylic prism, but this one actually, I can keep it out a bit more. I can be a little bit less careful with this. I'm gonna be super careful, but still. And man, again, I've heard people saying like they didn't have great experience with Tarmac Works, but this one is also really amazing. You can see the Falken livery on the front. You can see the Mitsubishi logo, the arrow pointing down. I have no idea what that is. Falken, Getrag right here. Zurich Again, the R should have the umlauts, 143, but I would assume the real car doesn't have the umlauts here either. Gran Turismo logo right here. A lot of window stickers. Yeah, this was just so cool. Motorsport. Again, 143 Zurich. Power shift Getrag. You are going to see Getrag quite a few times, as you can see on www.tlc/racing.de. So it's some kind of German website. Cash right here. Like, look how easily these things are readable. Like KNW, more sponsorship stuff. Yeah, strangely enough, this is my first Falken livery. I don't have anything from Hot Wheels, or any other brand, but this is really cool. Power shift, Falken Getrag. Again, Bilstein on the back license plate. The backlights here are actual inserted plastic details, and you can see Getrag here again on the wing. Getrag, I looked it up a little. It's a German company, which makes a lot of sense. I have no idea exactly what they do. I probably should have done a bit more research on that. But tragen in German means to drag, so probably I would assume it has something with drag racing, will be my guess, but I have absolutely no clue. On the top of the model, you can see Power Shift by Getrag again, and so another website on the back window, and a small, like it's a small antenna housing, but it's pretty thick. It's not like the tiny thin one I have on the Porsche, so it can be slightly less concerned about it. And the window, you can see the racing window, tiny one right here. See 3 German dudes and 1 Japanese dude or dudette. I have no idea on who these people are. It's pretty cool. Obviously, the drivers for this car, as it was testing on the Nurburgring. More KW. Yeah, it's just really, really nicely detailed. And this one again, perfect quality control. And there's one thing I have not necessarily an issue with, but it's the way you can see on the underside, the wheels are looking a bit weird. There's a lot more room on this wheel than the opposite wheel. There's a lot more room on this wheel as opposed to the opposite wheel. So the axle is not completely aligned, which 99% of the time are going to look all right. And as opposed to the Porsche, this one actually has a bit more of a underside detail and underside paint as well, which is nice. For a model that's designed primarily to be screwed to the base, this one has a lot of nice details. I'm really glad to see that. And I'm still very careful with this, obviously. It says Tarmac works. Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X 164 made in China. Obviously a plastic base, as you would expect with Tarmac works, but that does not matter to me. And you can see the brake calipers or the brake disc right here, which basically means you can look through the wheels. By the way, look at those rims. You're probably going to be able to see a little bit of red poking through there. I have my light right up close and personal here. You can see the red right here, and that is connected to the silver bit right here, and the silver bit is kind of locked to the base, so even if you turn the wheels, which can't really, the red part is gonna stay in place, which is very realistic. Greenlight did this as well for their Ford GT, second generation Ford GT, which is really cool, but this one fits tighter than the Greenlight version, which is a plus for display purposes. Well, not really. Statically, the Greenlight one is perfect as well, but it's weird even having this because the wheels don't turn. It's not a rolling thing, and I don't really mind it. So it's designed as a static model, and in which case, well, first of all, why not just cast it as a part of the body or the base, not necessarily as a separate piece, and print a bit of red on there. And for a static model, like, I don't think it really matters to have like realistic braking calipers if your wheels can't turn. So that's weird, but still it's nice that they got this kind of detail here as well. And I do have a Hot Wheels model to compare. It's very different. It's in the Advan livery. It's one of their newer releases in 2020. And again, caveat here being it's completely unfair. This is a $1 card. This is I got it for $15 plus shipping, but probably normally might be like a $20 thing, if not more expensive. But I must say the Hot Wheels one in this case is really good. And the major problem was just being the spoilers, which is really, really thick and not super well, that's what you get was metal wings instead of plastic wings. And I know a lot of people hate having plastic parts in the die-cast models, but in this case, especially at this price range, you can get a lot more details and just a lot sharper details with plastic pieces. For instance, this is a plastic wing, and this is all you can do with plastic parts. But first of all, look at them head on. It's going to be hard to see on this black Advent card, but the Hot Wheels one actually has lensed headlights, which is nice. So it means no matter how many sides I want to paint or don't want to paint, there's always going to be headlight details, which are, in my opinion, one of the most important things on a diecast model. The proportions, god damn, the proportions are pretty nice. Yeah, like even on this car, I don't think Hot Wheels tuned it up as much as they normally do, and you can see the same size wheel, so the stance and the lean is pretty nice. Overall, good looking car, and of course, because it already has 3 sides painted, it's no back details whatsoever, which is a shame, but I get why they don't. Advent livery looks pretty cool, but personally I prefer like just having a bit more front details on the grille and back details on the tail lights, as well as the Mutsubishi logo will be nice. But overall, I mean, I'm gonna put them on the display right now, but overall I think even Hot Wheels did a great job, and again, especially considering it's a dollar model. For those basic dollar models, I usually have just no complaints regarding Hot Wheels. They're really good for the price. I prefer Matchbox for the most part, but Hot Wheels are still really good. It's usually the premium stuff I usually wish they can do better, or at least more accurate. But yeah, compared to like the super premium Tarmac Works model, not shabby whatsoever, so it's great. But at the end of the day, top pick of this video is the Falken 1 from Tarmac Works, which very impressive. I love this one. It's incredible, and it's my first premium Mitsubishi. Yay. It's a great car. Oh, by the way, the Hot Wheels one is the 2008 version, and this one is the Evo X Evo 10. So pretty much the same car, just so you know, it's not like different generations or whatever. So yeah, Tarmac Works did a great job for a hyper premium model. Hot Wheels did a great job for a $1 toy car. Lovely all around. That's it for this video, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.